Okay, today we're going to be looking at polygon modeling. We'll talk about extruding, beveling, line cut, plane cut, loop cut, and some other few things. But for those using Cinema 40, R17, and other previous versions, unfortunately, you don't have the line and plane and the loop cut. You have the knife cut, which pretty does the same thing. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start by creating a cube. Okay, I'll come here and make it editable. Okay, I'll turn my display to color shading. Then I will go to the point mode over here. Okay, as you can see now, we have the capabilities of modifying our cube to whatever we want. Okay, so here in the point mode, we can move the points around, like up and down, side by side, whichever way we want. Let me undo that. And also we have the line mode, which we can do the same. We can move it around whichever direction that we want. Okay. And we also have the polygon mode, which is also the surface mode, where you can move the surfaces just around here. Cool. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and do some other things. So today we're going to focus mostly on extruding and the line, the plane, and the loop cut. So when I right click here are the options that are available for us to modify our cube. As we see, there are so many tools, but we won't go over all of these tools. We just do the few which are most important in my view. So let's go ahead and start by extruding our cube. So let's select the extrude. Okay, so the moment I select the extrude, the mouse cursor has changed, which is some little cube which is orange highlighted. Okay, so to extrude we need to select the surface first. So let me go ahead and select the surface. Then I'll click once and then drag to the right to extrude. Just like that. As you can see, I'm extruding. Okay. So to extrude again, let me select the other surface. Now I'm extruding up. Let me rotate a bit. I'll also click and drag to the right to extrude up. Okay, cool. The other way of extruding is using these transformation options here, which is the move, scale, and rotate. But for now, I'll use the move tool to extrude. So in this case, I want to extrude to the right side. I will select the cube and then choose the move tool. Okay, let me rotate my view. Then I'll hold down the control and then click and drag on this arrow, on the arrow. Okay, that's another way. Okay, let me undo all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this cube and then create a new cube, make it editable. So let's go ahead and add some few lines here. Select and choose the loop path cut. Then let's go ahead here to the attributes panel and then choose symmetrical cut. I'll cut somewhere here. Okay, cool. Then let's select our move tool. Right, I want to select these polygons over here, then the other polygons just around the cube. So I'll use the loop selection. Just choose selection, then loop selection. Then I'll come over here and then select these polygons here. If I rotate, you may see I've selected all of them. Then come over here, down here, and then choose, and then hold down shift and then select. Okay. Now I want to extrude these polygons side to side. Okay. So let me go ahead and then right click and then choose extrude. Okay, I will extrude. Okay, by left clicking and dragging to the right. Okay, maybe 34 centimeters. Okay, Here on the attributes panel, make sure options tab is selected. Now we can change some few things here, the angle, offset, and the subdivisions. So I'll start by the angle. So if I make the angle, the maximum angle 90 degrees, as you can see, these polygons are extruding following the 90-degree rule, meaning that it extrudes only on the 90 degrees. So the moment I make it 91, it just completes the surfaces. Okay, then the offset here is the size of the extrusion, then subdivisions, meaning the lines inside my extruded surfaces. Okay, cool. Then let me go ahead and do that. Then create another extrusion. So I want to make a different shape here. Let's go ahead and select the move tool, then select these two surfaces here by holding down shift and select the other. Then let's extrude upward. Okay, the shortcut key is pressing D. Then we've now selected the extrude button. Then let's extrude upwards, clicking and dragging. Okay, maybe this size. Cool. Let me rotate my view. Okay, let me select these two sides here. Then I want to extrude these surfaces to come together. Let me press D, then extrude just like this. Okay, that's so close. So I want you to switch the views and then choose the top view. Then zoom in a little bit here. Okay, then let's choose the offset. Okay, up to here. Then let me zoom out. Then go back to the perspective view. Cool. So now let's go ahead and delete these surfaces, the selected surfaces. Pressing delete. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is to close these open polygons, and what I want to do again is to combine these points to be just one point. As you can see now, these points are two. All right, let me undo that. Undo. Okay, to do that, I can just come over here and then deselect all the selected points, then right click and then choose optimize. Then let's crank up to 1 centimeter, then press OK. And let me just say optimize. Now if I select, I just have 1 point. Let me do that. Okay, cool. So now I want to close these polygons here. So to close a polygon, we have to right click and then choose a bridge tool. Let me zoom in. Then I will left click once this point, and then click and drag. Then I will release to the next dot, and then go to the third dot. I will click once. Okay, now I've created a polygon. Then I will do the same here. At the bottom, first I will need to select the move tool, then I'll reselect the bridge tool again. Then I'll click once and drag and release and come over here, then click once. Then I will press spacebar to select the move tool, then press spacebar again to reselect the bridge tool. Then to close this other open polygon, let me rotate a little bit. As you can see, it's open. I will select this point, then click and drag and select this other one, then select this other one, then click and drag again to select that other one. Okay, now we have closed our polygon, as you can see. So I want to extrude again this surface. Now I'll just hold down the control key, then move it along the z-axis, just like that. Then I'll zoom out. As you can see, we've created now a Y shape, sort of a Y shape. Cool. So basically that's it. That's all about the extrusion tool. So I'll go ahead and delete this cube, or just hide the cube by clicking this small dot here. Then I'll create a new cube. I'll just also deselect that. Okay, cool. Then create a new cube here. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about the loop cut, the line cut, and the plane cut. So I'll make that editable. Then I'll go to the line mode and I'll select, I'll right click and then choose the loop or path cut. Okay, I want you to disable the symmetrical cut over here. Okay, so now if I want to create a loop cut, I'll just click once. Okay, here we can see in this UI, we can position the path wherever we want. Sorry, let me recreate that again. Or we can double click and then enter the value. Let's type in 50. So now it's on 50%, meaning that it's on the half of these controlling edges here. So we can also add the lines here by clicking this plus icon. Okay, now I've added another line. Okay, can just do that. Can remove the lines over here and remove the line over here, and we can also do the same using the attributes panel. Okay, so let me go ahead and then create this loop cut here, and then use the attributes panel. As you can see, we can offset that and then add the number of cuts, just like that. Okay, let me undo everything. Okay, the cool feature that we have in from R18 to R19, unfortunately we don't have that in R17 and the other previous version, is the symmetrical cut, meaning if I want to create a cut here at the top of my cube, then the exact cut down here at the bottom of my cube, I can do that like so. But as you can see, the bottom part is much bigger than this one at the top, which was a challenge in previous versions of Cinema 40. But now they've introduced the symmetrical cut, meaning that if we choose the symmetrical cut, it cuts these lines in a symmetric way, meaning that we can create two cuts, one at the top, one at the bottom, just like that. That's so cool. Okay, let's go ahead and select the move tool, and then let's select the surface mode, and then hold down the scale tool, then scale that on y-axis to make this kind of a shape. Then let's go ahead and extrude that on z-axis. Okay, and then delete the surface by pressing the delete key. Cool. So now I want to create the line that goes straight here, right around our object. So I will select again the line cut, the loop cut, disable the symmetrical cut. Okay, so for this one, let's go to the right view. Okay, seems like it's inverted my view, so I can come over here and choose the left cut. Okay, cool. So if we come here and then try to create the straight cut here, as you can see, what I want this line to be straight, meaning, okay, let me create one line, meaning this line comes here, but then it's trying to follow this edge loop here by going down. But what I want here is this line to be straight, coming from here up to here. But I can't do that with the loop cut. See, of course I can try to modify that by, okay, let's say I can select the points here, then try to move that as possible. But there is a cool feature. Let me undo that. So the feature is you can use the line cut. So what the line cut does is it enables us to cut the straight line across our object, meaning you can just come over here, then left click and then drag to create the line, then you just hold down shift to make your line straight. Okay, now the line seems to be continuous. Okay, so let's just come over here, then enable single line, just like that. Then let's go to the perspective view, then click on move. Okay, now we have our cut over here, but then if I rotate, the cut is not continuing to the other side. It's not a loop cut. So to correct that, let me undo this line, then go back to the left view, and then create the line again by right clicking, then going to line cut, then okay, the shortcut is pressing KK. So now let's disable the visible only, then left click and drag, holding down shift, then let go, then press enter. Then come to the move tool, then let's go back to our move. Now you can see that the cut is going just right around our object, which is what we wanted. Okay, cool. Then with the line cut, we can also do some few things. Okay, let me just enable the line cut by pressing KK twice. Okay, the options we have now is visible only, and I want you to turn on that. Then yeah, make sure it's the single line. So if I want to cut this surface from here, then cut here, then continue to the next line. Okay, as you can see, I can't do that. Let me do that. Let me undo, then undo that. So to cut continuously, you need to disable single line, meaning I can cut over here, then continue to the next point, then select the move tool to make the cut. Okay, that's cool. Let me undo that. We also have the plane cut over here. So I will demonstrate that using the left view. So let me zoom in a little bit. Then the plane view works just like the line cut. So what you do, you just left click and drag along to make the straight line, then release the left mouse button. Then let's go back to our perspective view. Okay, so now we have the different functions. We can rotate our loop in both directions. As you can see, I'm rotating, and you can also change that here in the attributes panel, but this is for the advanced stuff. So I think you can do better with the loop cut and the line cut. Okay, I won't go any further with this one. All right, let's go ahead and undo that. Then we also have the bevel tool. I should have talked about it when I was talking about extrude options. So let's go ahead and select this surface. Then I want you to right click. Okay, in fact, let's start by the inner extrude. Okay, when we select inner extrude, then left click and then drag to the left side. You can see we are now inner extruding, meaning we are adding this surface inside this surface. Okay, we also have the bevel tool, which is extruding but scaling the extruded surface down. Okay, actually we can change the properties over here on the attributes, because we can change here direct on the viewport. So meaning we can change the offset of the extruded polygon here on the offset. We can also control the extrusion size over here, and also the angles. Okay, cool. Right, so to recap this tutorial, we talked about the line cut, the plane cut, and the loop cut. But for those using Cinema 4D, R19 and the previous versions, unfortunately you don't have the line cut, plane cut, loop cut in separate. You just have the knife tool. It's just one tool combining all of these, and then you don't have some other functions like, okay, let me choose the loop cut. You don't have other functions like symmetrical cut, then some other few things here that you don't have. Okay, I will end over this lesson. So on the next lesson, we're going to be talking about the subdivision modeling. Okay, then thank you for watching.